Hiya friends! Today I was going to go through some hand practices just to kind of show you my method on drawing hands. I've done a couple tutorials in the past, but I know a lot of people have a hard time with them. Doesn't matter how expert you are, even professionals still get tripped up a bunch. The best thing to do if you're learning to draw hands is to get references, and you'll use references forevermore, but the more you draw them, the better you get at like making them up, drawing them too. So let's go through how I draw them. So first of all, I like to kind of think of the hand as a flipper. Let's just draw it like that. But this is basically just the palm that I usually put in first. And say we just wanted to do a standard hand. I'm kind of in the let's just draw it like in a stickman way first. So you just draw this instead of an actual finger. So let's just do it. So we'll have the first finger, the middle finger here, ring finger kind of touching the middle finger. And then maybe this pinky finger will come up about halfway and bend in like that. So we can have that. And then over here about midway or so we can have the thumb. So now we have the stickman figure or whatever. We'll put in some details. We'll make these actual fingers. If you're drawing a masculine hand, this is kind of the Disney school of thought. You want the fingers to be more like square-like or whatever. And if you're drawing a more feminine hand, a lot of times they'll come to a point. And obviously you can kind of mix and match and whatever. But let's turn this into an actual hand by drawing in the fingers, and we'll just be as messy as we want with this. It does not matter. This is just a sketch. So we'll put this finger here. It's always good to have, this is really messy. It's always good to have a little bit of a web in between at least a couple of the fingers. If you block them all together, it just looks a little weird. So we'll have this middle finger is a little bit longer than the forefinger, front finger, first finger, whatever you call it. And we'll have it go down and meet here. If there's any joints, they'd be about this way. We can use some of these lines in the actual fingers, or we can draw over them. It doesn't really matter. And then this one, it's a little bit shorter than here. So let's draw that in here. We're going to draw a little bit of this one here to bend it in. So I like a little line there to show it. It'll come down here. This is kind of our line. If you want to add a line in, you can for the finger joints. The pinky being the furthest down. I mean, unless you include the thumb. Okay, so we have that one go in, and we'll have this go down and out. And then the pinky will be the final one. Since these are so squished in and I've drawn the pinky out, I'm actually going to move it a little bit in here. This hand will just be kind of a skinny hand. Or you can rework it, make them all a little thicker, and have it like that. But yeah, we're going to have this be in like this. We'll have this one go down, and we'll just, instead of giving it that top joint, we'll just have it come down in the middle part there. Yeah, okay. And then we'll have this come out. The thumb joint will be a little web looking thing here. Let's put the thumb out. I know I drew the skeletal line like that, but let's put the thumb out. It usually looks pretty good having a little bit of a bend to it. There's a genetic thing whether your thumb does the hitchhiker thing or not. Yeah, bring that in, and then it just kind of comes, there's a little thing there. It just kind of comes and joins there. And there you go. You've got a hand. You can clean your lines up a bit, reshape your fingers how you want them, and add some details. Sometimes you'll add like a palm line here and a thumb line there. You can even add one here if you really want. There we go. Our first hand. Let's draw a couple more just to keep the practice up. I guess I'm going to make new layers because I'll want to move these around. Okay, let's move this over to the side so it's out of our way. And we'll make a new hand on this layer. Okay, so you have your open palm hand, but say you want to draw a little bit more of a complex hand, like one kind of from the side or holding something or whatnot. Let's draw a hand that is holding like a flower or something, just something easy. We're going to start the same way where we kind of have our flipper thing like this. I'm trying to visualize it since it's going to be a little bit more from the side. Maybe they'll shrink it in just a touch. That's kind of the idea. So we're going to have our fingers stack. So we'll have like a finger here, finger here, finger here, kind of thing. You'll have to think about a little bit of foreshortening, but we'll take it the same way where we're doing one at a time. Just as a setup to help visualize this, I'm going to kind of draw on a little bit of where the wrist might be like that. So this is kind of how I'm picturing this. The thumb is going to be behind everything, and it'll probably be like that. But I'm not going to draw it in yet. Just kind of, sometimes it's probably hard to visualize and follow along what people are doing. But anyways, let's start with the middle finger. That's what the middle finger. Because often when you see a hand from the side, you'll see the middle finger joint like here stick out the most. So we'll just have the middle finger kind of start us off. It'll go up like this maybe, and then down like that. And this will be kind of the back that I'm drawing in now. We're just going to draw the one line at a time thing so we can adjust them if we need to. And then from behind this joint area, kind of, thinking about like if the first finger had a joint, it'd be actually behind it like there. We're gonna bring this finger up a bit and then make it over. If it's gonna be holding something out like that, let's picture the thumb while we're at it. So the thumb will go down like this. And then, you know, like technically you can try to picture this. The first finger will come in like this and be like that for the thumb. But yeah, we're not gonna draw that part of it in. We're just gonna make sure that the thumb will connect there. I'm gonna erase this little flipper line because it's gonna get confusing now in a minute. Next, let's draw in the top of the ring finger or whatever, and it'll come in and go down like so. This will probably fall actually behind it, and then the pinky finger will be last, and it'll come out like that and then go down like that maybe. So I'm trying to make these somewhat even. Like this one's not quite right, so I might fix that a bit. This line and this line somewhat even. You know, there's a little bit of wiggle room there, but yeah, I don't know if you can see it yet. Let me add this in because that'll help. If you ever see your hand from the side, it has kind of this meaty palm part here. Actually, let me draw in the actual pinky before I try to do this and confuse people. So here's the pinky. Let's have it go out a little bit more and then come down like that. We'll bring it in like that. You can have a line there if you want. I'm just gonna leave it as a joint thing there. And then it comes down like that. And that's the pinky. All right, and then the ring finger can come down like so, and then it'll be on top of the pinky. We can fix these up later so they look a little bit cleaner. The middle finger will come out maybe about that wide, and then it'll go down, and maybe it will go out a little bit more than the others. Give it a little bit of shape like so, and then we'll have the front finger, forefinger, whatever, and it'll come in like this and then go down. I'll just kind of round out that knuckle a little bit, and then this thumb, we'll just draw in kind of the hint of it like this, like it's going down and then coming out like that. See that line? In fact, we could actually bring this down a little bit so that this hooks out a little bit more. Refine this shape. It hooks in here like so, and there you go. You have this holding something like a stem or a flower, and there's your hand. And then all you have to do now is just kind of touch it up. This finger looks a little bit skinny, so I might bring that out. I might bring this middle joint out just a bit more, fix these up a bit, but overall you get the idea. So that's hand number 2. I don't know why it's so much smaller than the other one. Let's just blow it up and pretend it wasn't. Okay, let's do another one. This time we'll do one where the first finger is kind of the one that sticks out a bit. So we're gonna make a skinny one again here. Maybe that's a little too small. Make a skinny kind of flipper design here. I'm thinking this one will have kind of a similar look to that, where the pinky comes down and this is where the palm will eventually come out. Just to help visualize what I'm thinking, we'll have this be the first finger or whatever. It'll come up like that and then down like that. Then the middle finger might branch off from it, like say that's the middle finger joint, and it might come down like this, and this is kind of the curve I'm thinking of, and then down like this. All these lines, hopefully they're not confusing. The next one down, I'm trying to think of like the distance here. It'll be the ring finger, and it'll come out and it'll go down like that, and then the pinky finger will be last. It'll come out like this, then down like this, and we'll give it the pinky finger kind of a 3-joint look. Make it a little more elegant. We could do that for this one too. Okay, let's erase this line because that's probably confusing. So these are our fingers, in case it's confusing, I say. Let's do the thing where we did last time where we make the pinky first. We can make it a little bit more like there's a line and there's this, and then the palm goes out like that, you know, like a bend, a crease or whatever in the skin. So it goes out like that, and then it goes down, and then it goes around like that. And there's our little elegant pinky, the 3-cork design. And then on top here we have the ring finger. I'm gonna kind of match its length here, and it's bend down a little bit more. Now that I have the pinky in, we'll have it just kind of meet behind that pinky finger first, because the pinky's in first. I mean, because the pinky's in front. And then it'll go a little bit more up like that, and then it'll come in like that. And then we'll just kind of draw this back here, and we'll have a little bit of a break between the ring and the middle finger. Bring that joint out a bit. I don't know why I'm drawing my finger so skinny today. It's the way it is. It's hard drawing and talking. I don't know what it is. But then the forefinger. What is it? The forefinger? I keep trying to say forefinger. The front finger? The first finger? I don't know. It could come out like this, and bend around and then come to that joint and then bend down that way. Okay, so we have the front fingers here, but what about the thumb? Well, the thumb is going to kind of follow this line here because it's behind the things. So maybe my flipper was a little misleading because it didn't quite match up with the way I did the fingers. The thumb will come out kind of like, you know, like this and catch up with that. It could come out a little bit further than that. In fact, we'll just kind of bring the thumb out like that. Kind of joint it in between those like that. And then you can see if I were to draw it in the back, it would connect up with the forefinger like so. Hopefully that's not too confusing. I was a little bit off, but you can see how it's supposed to look. So yeah, there we go. These two fingers, the pinky and the ring finger, probably are a little bit too far down. So if my adjusting, I'd bring this one up and I'd bring this one up. Just for like full disclaimer, you don't always get it perfect the first time around. If you use there's people that use better guides and stuff too. But we'll fix that and it'll look a little bit more proportional. You can have, your connecting joint here or whatever. Kind of bring this in and out like so. And yeah, we get it. We get it. There's the joint. So let's do one more practice. We'll draw some interlaced fingers. I'll show you what I mean. By the way, I don't know if I've said or not, but using references is really helpful. If you're trying to get a special angle on a hand, using your own hand is really helpful. If you need to see the back of it, you can get a mirror and set it up. Anyways, let's get to those interlaced fingers. So we're going to draw two flippers this time. One, I don't know how much to zoom in. One here. This will be the front one. You can picture it like that. I'm going to draw this one. I'm going to be a little bit more liberal up here, make it a little more stretched out. And then the flipper behind it. Maybe I should make these different colors to help you guys out. Let's try to do different colors, and I'll try not to hurt my brain. Okay, so the behind hand we'll draw in purple. I think it can help though sometimes when you're a little confused. And this one will come out a little bit more like this. This is the behind hand. Okay, so front hand, we're going to do some adjustments to this. It's okay. Don't freak out. We're going to be doing a little bit of adjustments. I'll mess up, you'll mess up, everyone will mess up, life will go on. But we'll have the first finger up like this and then out like this. We're not going to be too hyper scared of like what it will look like. And then we'll have this one. We're going to kind of preemptively leave a gap like that. I'm going to switch colors. This finger will come up and then it'll come through like this. So we'll see it right where that wedge that I drew in was. Right? Flip it again. We're on the blue again. And we're going to have the middle finger come out right where that finger stopped. Have the middle finger come out like that. And it'll probably just be, we'll just probably see the back of it like that. So for right now, I'm just going to draw it in like that. The purple, switching back over, will come through and you'll see it come over like this. And this is this one's middle finger. And it'll go down like that. We'll just leave it like that for now. We can draw that in, make it a little bit better. Switching back to blue, we're going to have this one come out. This is the ring finger and it'll kind of, we're working on our ways down this way. And I'm just going to draw it like that and then switch over to the purple, draw on the purple. This one will have, this one's ring finger will have come in a little bit more like that. Give it a little bit more of like a gripping angle. All right, one more thing. This one's pinky. We'll probably see a little of like that and then switch it over to the purple. And this one's pinky will be, I probably shouldn't have drawn this in yet. This one's pinky will be like this and coming in, and this one's pinky will come in and go like that. Okay, and you're thinking, man, I still can't tell what's going on. Let me come bring this out a little bit, and we're gonna clean this up now. It's the hardest part is getting it first gestured in, but we've kind of done it. You don't have to worry so much. Okay, so that's pinky, and that's pinky. This will come in a little bit. We're gonna erase this. Yeah, we're gonna erase this line. This pinky actually needs to have a line that comes out a little bit more like that. So that'll be the end of that hand. We'll probably bring this one in a little bit over here, kind of make up for it. Looks a little wide. So this will be the first finger, and this one's just kind of sitting up for artistic sake. Why not? We'll bring that in. This finger, we're gonna erase everything that doesn't need to be there. Is let's actually bring it in a little. Whoops, this one's purple. Let's bring it in a little bit like this. Adjust it so it's like that. We can erase that, and then if we need to, we can bring this in a little bit more, which I think we do, just so it's not too far away. Okay, bring this one. We're gonna erase this so we don't actually need to see it. I just left it there to help with it. And in fact, let's erase this too, because that's probably a bit confusing. So this blue one, which color is blue? That'll be the joint. We'll bring that, the knuckle I mean, we'll bring that over there like that. This purple one is coming down, so we'll draw it like that, and we'll erase this so it's not confusing. Do you guys see it yet? I know it's kind of hard to see these interlaced fingers. Okay, and then this one is just going off. The fingers are kind of off in the distance, so you don't see them. But we see this line technically more than this line here, and then it comes around. And then this one is one that we'll see in the back of the hand, so we'll go ahead and plop that in. This one here, the blue line is there, and then this pinky comes along here, so we can put that blue line in there. Okay, there we go. Interlaced hands. Hopefully they're not too hard to see. Let me make this like, so this is this one's, and the purple ones is going back actually like so, you know, and if it was here it would be coming down like that or something. Maybe this one could even go out a little bit more. And there we go. We have our 4 hands. I don't know if I explained everything correctly. I just thought I'd do a little bit kind of an impromptu one. If you guys want a better, like more rounded out one that I can look up and show you how to draw them from references and stuff, let me know in the comments. Anyways, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.